Hey guys, and welcome to today's tutorial for my Advent calendar series. So that is what my favorite page style number 8 looks like, and it's again a gatefold page, but this time on top of the gatefolds I also included these smaller corner pockets. And in the corner pockets, I placed this 6x8 photo mat. And then when you remove the photo mat, you can open it up and just place your photos in size 4x6 or smaller or larger if you like, right onto the page as well. And then for the gatefolds, I like to have them for journaling, but you could of course also add even more pictures onto the sides. And now we need to take our tape, and I like to use 3/8 of an inch score tape. And then we want to place our score tape right next to the scoring lines of each cardstock elements. So we just scored, and with scoring you create these little flaps which you want to be covered in tape. And don't turn around your cardstock elements yet. You want to place the tape on the same side you did your scoring at. And once we have placed tape on each cardstock elements, we also want to cut off the corners of these little flaps. And for this, now I like to turn around my cardstock elements, and I get a small scissors, and then I just cut at an angle to cut off the corners right next to the scoring lines. And for this, please make sure that you don't cut into the scoring lines, but just next to it. And after cutting all the corners of these little flaps, we can go ahead and actually fold up the flaps we created. And for this, I have my cardstock turned around. As you can see here, now you want to fold up on the back side. So not the side you placed your tape on, and also not the side you did your scoring at. So fold up the cardstock flaps and get your bone folder to burnish it down. Once you have folded up the cardstock flaps, you might notice that for the corner pockets, there's still cardstock revealing when you turn around the pockets and look at it from the other side. So as you can see here, there is still cardstock to be seen. So I get my scissors again and I cut off more of these corners. So I cut at another angle to have them all hidden. Now for the next step, we can go ahead and actually cover all of our cardstock elements A, B, and C with the pattern papers A, B, and C. So for this, I like to take my wet glue instead of using tape, because then I'm still able to move around the pattern paper until I find the right position, because the pattern paper is smaller than the cardstock elements, which leaves you with a small border around the pattern paper. And I like to have it even, so with using wet glue, you can still move it around. And once you have placed it in the right position, I just use my fingers or a bone folder to burnish it down a little. And yes, so just continue and cover all of your cardstock elements with the pattern paper, and then we can continue with the next step. And for the next step, we want to attach our cardstock elements B onto our cardstock elements A. So make sure that you lay out your cardstock elements A so that you have both flaps on the left and the right side. And then get your cardstock element B, and I like to just remove the tape backing from the top of the pocket. So I removed the tape backing, but I haven't removed it in the corners yet. So from the corners, I can make sure by holding up the sticky side and not placing it down yet, that I find the right position on cardstock element A, and once I have it in the right position, so I have it aligned to the edges perfectly, I can now remove the rest of the tape backing and attach it to the cardstock element A. And then you see me using my bone folder to burnish it down so that it sticks very well. And yeah, now you want to repeat the step for the second cardstock element A and B. So again, make sure that you have it laid down in the right orientation. And then take your cardstock element B, remove the tape backing from one side each, and then place it down and remove the tape backing as soon as you have it in the perfect position. And now we can attach our cardstock elements A together with the cardstock elements B we just placed onto our basic page. So for this, again, I remove the tape from just one side, and then I hold up the sticky side, and the non-sticky side I use to lay down my cardstock in the right position. And once I have found the right position and I have my cardstock aligned to the edge of the basic page, I can go ahead and press down the cardstock element and just remove the rest of the tape backing. And because we want it to be a gatefold and we want it to open nicely, I make sure that for the second cardstock element A, I actually align it to the other cardstock element A. So I use the middle of the gatefold to have it aligned perfectly. And for this, I press down both elements and make sure that they lay completely next to each other, that there's no space in between. And once I have it in the right position, I again use my bone folder to burnish everything down. And now for the last step, we want to attach our pattern paper for the basic page onto our basic page. So for this, just open up your gatefold and then get your wet glue again. And you actually want to place your pattern paper after you have attached the cardstock elements A, because this way you're still able to cover up the flaps from cardstock elements A as well. So that's why it's the last step. And yeah, that's basically it. So now you can close up the gatefold, and to keep it closed, you can use the cardstock element C and just place it into the pockets. You can place it in both orientation, just how you like it. And that's it for today's tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed today's video, I would love to get your feedback in the comments down below. See you in my next video and have a good day. Bye!